Hey guys, it's Coach Sandy, and I am a little quiet because I'm going to show you my normal routine for prepping lunches while everyone's already in bed. So you can see it's 8:45. I normally, during the school year, try to get lunches packed the night before when it comes to getting the kids stuff ready for school. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the spread here. You guys ready for a ton of stuff? And I'll walk through my thought process and how I set things up and how I put it together. First things first though, everything's based around, for my kids, a sandwich. Now, not everybody can do sandwiches, and we're gonna be exploring different lunches with bread, without bread, with nut butter, without nut butter. So there's a lot of different things we're going to be doing with this lunch packing crew exploration. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started with Nature's Own. When it comes to whole grain bread, I know a lot of people get confused. There's so many different options. Ultimately, you just want to find something that doesn't have sugar in the first couple of ingredients. So I've got stone ground whole wheat, flour, water, yeast, brown sugar, wheat gluten. So obviously if you're gluten sensitive, you're not going to eat this bread. And sugar is one of the later components, which is a good sign. It doesn't have a lot of sugar. And you'll notice that I try to minimize how much sugar my kids get during the school day, because obviously I want them to have the best opportunity to learn during the day, and I don't want them distracted just because of something that they ate. That's something that I have as a everyday concern. So I have here 2 sandwiches based, ready to go, on a paper towel. Now I do it like this because this is how my mom did it. It's one of those things where my mom was really good at packing my lunches every day. She did it for a long time in my life. Probably longer than she should have. But I really appreciate it, and it obviously stuck with me. It's something special to me that my mother did for me, and I recognized as a sign of love. And of course, I want to do the same thing for my kids because I hope to pass that on to them. Something that throughout the day, when they get to lunch, at least they feel like I am sharing a little bit of love with them. My daughter loves turkey and cheese, and we haven't done a lot of turkey and cheese sandwiches over the summer because that's her favorite school time lunch. Now, I get the Hormel, and I just threw away the box, but it's the natural choice Hormel, and it has no preservatives. Nitrate-free. I get nitrate-free meat as much as possible because nitrates have been shown to lead towards cancer and other issues, and obviously you want to give your kids the best. Sargento natural cheese, medium cheddar, sliced natural cheddar cheese. Why? Because it was on my shipped grocery list. I do 2 slices of cheese and 3 or 4 slices of turkey depending on how thick they are. I want her to get a good serving of protein. Gotta open it. I haven't opened anything, I just had my groceries delivered. If you've never used Shipt, you gotta check it out. It has saved my life. Tonight I went over and visited with my grandmother because, you know, things have been family ups and downs, and I didn't want her to be alone tonight, so I went over a little bit and the kids got to spend some time with her. And it was good, especially the last day before school, before the crazy schedules begin. Now, here's how I do her turkey on her sandwich. 4 slices kind of overlap, and a slice of cheese, and then her other bread and cheese. She does not like her sandwiches toasted, so it's put together. And because it's the first week of school and we have time to do this, we're also going to cut it into cute little hearts. There we go. Ta-da! I know, wouldn't that make you feel special too? So I wrap them in a top to bottom, side to side, overlap and flip. And of course I learned that from my mom too. And then my son does not like turkey and cheese, so he's gonna get peanut butter and jelly because that's his favorite, and he hasn't had very many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches over the summer either. Somehow I've been able to get away from sandwiches over the summer almost entirely. I've been very lucky. And I need, pretty sure these are my sandwich size bags. Look at it, I'm a little out of practice myself. That's a quart, it'll work. Don't judge. We're all friends here. So, that's a little bit, but it'll work. Girl sandwich, goes in the girls' lunchbox. boy's sandwich is next, and he likes Peter Pan creamy peanut butter. I do try to get natural peanut butter as often as I can for them, but hey, I am human, and sometimes those BOGOs, they get you right there, those BOGOs, and that's okay. Ultimately, we eat good quality food. We eat organic as often as possible. With Little Man sandwiches, he does also the whole grain bread and peanut butter on both slices of bread. Now my son also, he is very, very lean, very lean. He's like a string bean, and a lot of times we're like, shh. I hope that does not go in the opposite direction for you, buddy, because we're blessed in that department. Now, Peter Pan is done, and here's another example. Welch's natural, no high fructose corn syrup. Again, avoiding the extra sugar as much as possible. It still does have 10 grams of sugar in 1 tablespoon, but you know, it's made from a fruit. Obviously, it's going to contain some sugar. And I don't do a ton of jelly because it will get very messy during school, but that is a little bit more than I intended to get on there. I'm out of practice, what can I say? It's the first peanut butter and jelly sandwich I've made in a long time. Okay, it looks good. Try to avoid the edges so that I can get a good seal. I'm gonna hit that button there later. And I will flip the PB&J onto it so that it kind of seals around the edges and keeps the jelly in the middle. Don't think I'm that strange. I'm not the only one that does that. And he's gonna get a choo-choo sandwich. Meh. I have a feeling that's gonna be a disaster tomorrow. However, since I know he likes peanut butter and jelly, he'll be a happy little clam. I know their schedule. It helps when I know what time they're eating as to what kind of snack they're gonna get. For example, if a child was eating an earlier lunch, I would aim for a more protein and healthy fat heavy lunch, so yogurt and cheese stick or cheese wheel, peanut butter, if it's allowed, nuts if that's allowed, and those kinds of things. I would aim more for that. My kids do get an Honest Kids juice in their lunch boxes, and then I also pack them in water. It probably won't fit in their lunch boxes, but they take it with them to school because our family rule always is you get 1 juice box a day. A lot of days they don't even get one of those. But if they have a school lunch, they get a juice box or a juice pouch with it. They are low in sugar, and then water the rest of the day, even for dinner. They can have almond milk if they want to have milk with their breakfast. They usually don't like to drink milk at night, but ultimately we just try to avoid as much sugar as possible because it is something that our family deals with. All right, we've got pre-packed carrot sticks. I know that my kids will not eat an entire pack, and 1 serving is 1 bag. I'll be lucky if my kids will eat half this bag, knowing that going into it, I cut it open and I put it into 2 snack bags and stick it in there. A lot of times when I pick up my kids from school, they'll tell me in the car, I'm hungry, and I ask them, did you finish your snack? Did you finish all your lunch? And they know that means that they gotta eat their carrots, they gotta eat their veggies. Otherwise, there's no other snacks at home, and plus, they've got a car ride to munch on them. If they're really hungry, they will eat all their veggies in the car ride. So that's still a significant portion of vegetables for a small child. I also put in another baggie, cucumber slices. That is my guaranteed win. I know they'll eat the cucumber slices. Since it is the first week of school, and I don't want to spoil them, but I love these. They're crunch packs. They have apples and peanut butter, and I know since I don't know their schedule yet and I don't know what time they have lunch yet, at least this way they have extra snacks available just in case. Get my carrot sticks in there. No, I don't send ranch dressing with them to school. That always backfires and turns into a big fat mess. All right, we're filling up these lunch boxes. Look at this. We're getting there. Are Mr. Lid. The lid is contained. It's awesome. From this lid, they eat lots and lots of good food. show you because obviously that's a happy sign. And I do always ask my kids too because they don't pack their lunches, I do. I ask them, so what'd you have for lunch? Knowing full well what I packed for them, hopefully they'll have something to tell me about what they ate. So here's my little cucumber slices. If you close these really tightly, they seal. And I know that my kids will not accidentally throw away the lid. I'm gonna drop these in here by this sandwich, get a little bit more air out of the bag. Some more room. There we go. So I have a perfectly packed lunch for my little guy. Apples, peanut butter, carrots, cucumbers, drink, sandwich. If he manages to eat all of this during lunch, that'll be a miracle. He's the slowest eater on the planet. And if he doesn't eat it all during lunch, if they have a snack later on in the afternoon, awesome. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna add a link below with my printables. These are not mine, I did not make them up. I found them on the internet because the internet's amazing. And these are boy focused, boy centered, little lunchbox notes. I'm gonna cut one out. We're gonna go with, why did the music teacher need a ladder? I like it already. Anybody know why did the music teacher need a ladder? To reach the high notes. Super corny, but for the little ones, they love stuff like this. And I'm gonna throw in a couple of napkins. Ta-da! Hank from Finding Dory, just for fun. Put a little balloon in here for my dude. I'm telling you, my mom was really good at this. I'm gonna drop it in the lunchbox, and then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge so it's nice and cold and ready to go for tomorrow. And then for my daughter, I've got the same deal set up here. Again, I don't know her schedule. I don't know when she'll be done with lunch. I don't know what time she has lunch. I'm gonna probably add in a granola bar for her too. She does have a little bit more appetite and she's a little bit hungrier usually by the time she gets home. Now, I try not to repeat the same things all the time, but this is their absolute favorite lunch. So I'm starting with that today. These are picklebums.com printable lunchbox notes. And these are allfortheboys.com. I print them and stick them in my pantry where I keep all my lunchbox supplies. I'm gonna cut this one out that says, "You're cool." And there you have it. In 19 minutes, I packed lunch. It's probably a little bit longer than it normally takes me. During the school year, I become very efficient because, of course, practice makes perfect. And I just like, and I have my station set up. But look, I just moved to this house not long ago. I haven't ever packed lunches in this house at all, so I don't have a routine yet. But it's always been something special to me that my mom did for us. And I will continue to do for my kids as long as I possibly can until they don't want me to do it anymore. As far as adult lunches go, I'm gonna hit that in a couple of days. Right now, if you have any questions, of course, check out the little lunchbox notes. Those are fun. And I wish everyone the best of luck this coming school year. Have an awesome night, and I will see you guys tomorrow.